Can this new mystery really confound Benoit Blanc? Let's talk about it. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Movie Emporium's Netflix original movie review of Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. This is, once again, directed by Rian Johnson. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for our third entry into the Knives Out franchise. This time, Benoit Blanc is traveling to a village, a small town that is run by Monsieur Wicks, who is played by Josh Brolin, who is killed in a very strange fashion. Well, this movie's main protagonist is played by Josh O'Connor, who plays a priest that is actually brought into this world of this small town and stuff like that, and he tries to take over. The Wicks is like Monsieur Wicks is a madman in a lot of respects, and things start to happen which kind of defy logic and kind of defy reason, and so therefore Benoit Blanc is brought in by a couple of people. Mila Kunis plays, of course, the sheriff of this town, and this mystery, without going into too many spoilers, becomes more religious in aspects and becomes more confounding to Benoit Blanc as he kind of investigates further and further with the Josh O'Connor Reverend character. And this movie is once again stacked with famous people, famous actors. We have Glenn Close, who plays the kind of right hand woman to Monsieur Wicks. We of course have like I said, Jeremy Renner's in this movie as the town doctor. Kerry Washington is in this movie. Andrew Scott, Cailee, Spaeny, Daryl McCormack, Thomas Hayden Church, Jeffrey Wright. The list goes on and on and on. Noah Segan is actually playing a different character as he does in every one of these movies. But like a lot of these movies, someone's been murdered. The kind of detective has to go on the case, and therefore it's once again a Knives Out movie because it has Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc. So this movie, I was really excited to see. I got to see this early at the Miami Gems Film Festival. So I saw this movie like 2 weeks before it even comes out in theaters. I'm a huge Knives Out fan. I'm a huge Rian Johnson fan. I have no qualms of saying it. I love Last Jedi. I love everything that he has done outside of Brothers Bloom, which I'm not a huge fan of. But Rian Johnson knows how to craft a story. And the original Knives Out was a fantastic murder mystery. And of course, Glass Onion was a fantastic murder mystery. And so here we have a more gothic centric type film which deals with religion, which deals with cultism, and it's a movie that once again was in my top 10 most anticipated movies of the year because Rian Johnson is just a genius when it comes to crafting these films. But for this third entry, and hopefully more entries to be for the future, is this another continued success for this franchise? Yes it is. It's one of my favorite movies of the year. It's an absolutely fantastic journey. It's a lot darker, it's a lot more serious, it's a lot more heady than the other movies are, but it's still a Knives Out movie. It's still a movie that has great characters, great set pieces. It has a great murder mystery. It has a great performance by Daniel Craig once again. And I think this is Rian Johnson's most mature film since probably Brick, to be fairly honest. This movie is an absolutely wonderful, just kind of strange tale. Like I said, Josh O'Connor is the main protagonist in this movie. He is the Josh O'Connor is the Janelle Monáe. He's also the Ana de Armas of this story. So you focus a lot on him. So there's a lot of weight put on his shoulders when it comes to the script and what he has to do and how he has to portray himself and how he becomes kind of central to the mystery. And to me personally, he's the best outside of Daniel Craig, who's great. I mean, he's always been great in these movies. Josh O'Connor steals this movie. He is great. He tells like a narration for most of this movie, which is really fascinating. His character and kind of his motivations on his religious beliefs aims to please, but also wants to tell a story about a guy trying to keep his faith when the faithless is just kind of falling apart. And Daniel Craig is once again great. I mean, there's nothing really more to say about him. He's just kind of enveloped this character. It's probably the best thing he's ever done as an individual. He's so good. He's very much in that vein of Poirot and stuff like that. It's just there's something oddly kind of charismatic by what every movie is a different version of Benoit Blanc, but also the same kind of ticks and mannerisms, the very southern accent. I think Daniel Craig and Rian Johnson have become a pair when it comes to these movies. They're so fantastic as Benoit Blanc and his kind of how he figures everything everything out, because this movie deals with a lot of supernatural elements. There's a lot of stuff that even Benoit Blanc kind of wonders and kind of questions about, and it's just an interesting kind of character arc. And I think, once again, it's one of the strongest stories that Rian Johnson has ever written when it comes to a dramatic level, because he's putting a lot of interesting he's pushing himself, I guess you could say, with his material, and trying to push the envelope on what he is trying to express when it comes to, like I said, once again, faith, but also cultism when it comes to like this town, because as you see, this town is very small. They don't really like newcomers, so therefore they feel like a cult. But if I had to point out the true standouts outside of Josh O'Connor and of course Daniel Craig, I would have to say Glenn Close is a close second. She's really funny. She's entertaining. There's moments that she does like what John Turturro does in Mr. Deeds, where she kind of pops out of nowhere, but her character arc is really fascinating. It has some depth to it. It has some logic to it, and she's really fun. Thomas Hayden Church is really fun in this movie as the groundskeeper. He's a guy that kind of has a relationship with the Glenn Close character. I would say Jeremy Renner is pretty interesting as a town doctor, because there's some history behind his character. And then we get into like Andrew Scott, who I think is not as well utilized, like Cailee Spaeny is not as well utilized in this movie, but they have their moments. I think Daryl McCormack and Kerry Washington are also great in this movie. They have some great moments. I won't get into too many details, but their moments are great. Jeffrey Wright has some fun moments in this as kind of the head of like who brings Josh O'Connor's character into the mix. But these characters all have moments. Mila Kunis has great moments as like kind of the you saw it with like Lakeith Stanfield in the first movie. There's a lot of fun there with Josh Brolin, who plays the Monsieur. He is absurd. He is dark. He is messed up in the head. He says some things that are really funny, but also really disturbing. There's a reason why he gets killed, and I think it's really funny. But know that going in that this movie is going to be very different from what you've seen from Glass Onion and Knives Out. The movie is very kind of, like I said, very, very gothic and very kind of eerie and very supernatural, and goes places that may unsettle you in a lot of respects. And even Benoit Blanc gets unsettled. It's a movie with a lot of great things going on for it. So overall, I really love this movie. It's going to be in my top 10 of the year. It's just a fantastic, well-written continuation of this Knives Out franchise. And once again, Rian Johnson talks about how he wants to do different genres for each Knives Out movie. And I hope the next one is completely different than this one. I hope the next one is like, it goes into like a completely interesting idea. And I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But I love this movie. Fantastic. Definitely a great continuation of the Knives Out franchise. So there you go. Anyways, with that said, that is as non-spoiler as I can be for a Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. So look forward to it in limited release, and then it'll be on Netflix in December. So there you go. But with that said, thank you so much for watching. In the comments below, what did you think of the last two movies? Are you looking forward to this movie? Does this give you a sense of hope that there will be a fourth movie? Let me know. Anyways, with that said, if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell, top defense coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button. As always, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out, guys.